you may notice that the angle has changed slightly. But all that happened was I took apart the bits of my tripod because it was wobbling all over the place. And apparently that was the problem with the fact it was getting closer and closer every couple of days. Unfortunately, the flash is a really high angle. I can't quite see the screen. There we go. I'll turn the light on. It is early in the day. I couldn't sleep, so I've done a bunch of other stuff already. It's still not 5 AM. Yeah, so this is Preston Street, Fleetwood. When I was a kid, my uncle owned a house on Preston Street. As an adult, I was told we never really lived there. It was my auntie that lived there. And I couldn't tell you which house it was. Despite the fact it remained kind of in my auntie's family. Not done that for long enough. It's more like so now we've got lines we don't need. I'll just say that's the windowsill height because it is. Sorry. Like that. Make that window too big. Another door. And a window. And a window. So I did another couple of acrylic paintings yesterday. And off the back of that, someone suggested that I should be offering commissions for people's houses, which I do have some lined up. I just haven't collected the deposits. I'll say deposits, there's one person that has ordered a lot. Ordered 5. To be honest, because it's, I need to get sorted with those. Collect the deposit, get the work done. There's only one problem with having little tiny portable lights. They need to be plugged in. It's okay, I didn't realise the cable's there when we get the battery sorted. Right. What's I got? I've got this drawing and painting done. I need to spend some time actually uploading preloading YouTube with preloading YouTube with all the videos that I've done. I need to get on top of organisation. So much to do. Always so much to do. I need to refill the pen before we continue. I always forget. It needs doing. So there are literally acrylic paints everywhere. It's one of those, if you're interested in the sorts of acrylic paints, I use pretty much the same colours. Cad yellow, burnt sienna, cad red. I have to say, it's probably my choice of acrylic colours that influences my watercolours, rather than the other way around. That is probably due to, not probably, that's due to the very little art education I have. It's like I said before, I only went to art school for 1 year. I went to design school for much longer. Because design has a very different way of thinking to art. In design school, it's all about in design school it was all about colour schemes and palettes and kind of working to a brief. That you'd be designing for someone else in mind. Personal preferences came second. It was all about creative thinking, trying to problem solve, idea solve. But 1 year in art school, they kind of taught us a little bit of colour mixing, but otherwise would work in pen and ink or pencils. A lot of exploration of media. So the colour palette kind of comes from my tutors. Colour palette, which is, instead of process yellow, cyan and magenta, which is kind of a standard set you can buy. His preference is more towards cad yellow, cad red and ultramarine blue. Because ultramarine and cad red don't make a nice purple. I do have a nice purple when I need purple. Because and I would, recommend. And all we did when it came to painting was, I would recommend the same thing if you want to learn, is to try and match colour swatches. And that's the only exercise we ever did. Here are some colour swatches. Sorry. Change my mind on that building. And that's all we did. We had colour swatches from B&Q, we had to match them. So there are people who are like TikTok famous who just try and match the colour or orange or whatever and spread it on. And that's effectively what we were doing. or kind of filling panels with squares of different colour. Sometimes kind of learning those basic skills is boring, but can be worth it. But eventually you kind of know the colours and what you'll produce, and so it's just 2 windows. Trying to fit 3 floors into 2. But really, the best thing, if you want to paint, is to paint. That's what put me off kind of painting for quite a long time. Was kind of, I have quite a number of books, kind of the theory behind it, and at the end of the day, it can become overwhelming just looking at theory. And theory's nothing if you're not actually painting. So start painting first, and then if you find painting interesting, do some colour theory. There's some theory behind the art, and the best place for that is probably James Gurney. James Gurney's series of books on colour theory and light. And his blog. Well, his blog's a bit more accessible, and it's just the same thing. I need some clean water, as I'm sure you can see. It's a bit pasty. When you're first learning to paint, you need to really just not worry about whether it's good or bad, just paint. Because what you won't see here, and I can't show you, is literally that sorry, I suddenly realised my battery was out. Not my battery was out of charge, but the now I just gotta find where I left my image. There we go. that my memory card was full. So I've had to go through, delete everything, and try again. It's yeah, frustrating when that happens. But yeah, if you're starting out and you want to learn, I'd recommend just buying some cheap canvas panels that got cardboard in the middle. They're relatively inexpensive compared to a lot of things. And my preference really is for painted panels of hardboard or thin MDF, but there's a lot of effort in producing those. If there's a bit more investment to start off with, but they work out cheaper. That's getting some gesso. And getting a big sheet of hardboard or masonite if you're in America and just painting on that. It'll cost you a fraction of the amount, but you know, there's preparation into there's a lot of preparation that goes into actually producing those boards, which, like I say, you know. But what I've done in the past is buy canvas panels. Bought a box of 50 because that's how they worked out cheapest, and then kind of painted over them again and again and again. I don't use Acrylic, but the only cheap paints I really recommend are probably the system free ones. As you can see, I've got a lot of system free. I find the consistency good compared to cheap paints. I guess it's a cheap German brand, and it just doesn't have the same coverage as the system free. So, in terms of not getting frustrated, yeah. Canvas panels, the biggest containers of system free you can afford. Like I get my white in quite big tubs. And for basic starting, all you need is cad yellow, cad red, and ultramarine. There are some other colours I do like, but obviously they're not available, like Paleo blue. The only problem with Paleo blue is it has dried in its shape. And that's more of a me issue, not using it fast enough, because I've had that. had that tube of Failure Blue for years and years and years, and I've just didn't use it fast enough. But yeah, and then along with that, smaller tubes of things like burnt sienna, purple, which I mentioned earlier, and a sap green. Yeah, that's it. So that'd be my recommendation. To start off with, and then probably kind of a cyan sort of colour. So yeah, cerulean blue. So a cerulean blue. And kind of pale yellow. For a more advanced thing, when you but yeah, I'm all for kind of really toned down. Palettes. I don't like using a lot of colours. You get a bit more of a harmonious feel the fewer colours you do use. Oh, and yeah, that's the other one. That colour, watch that. Okay. I do use ochre sometimes. That's kind of a dark yellow. My sets of paint are very the same number. Which media I'm using. Because you want, I want to be able to pick up the paints and not have to think about it, no matter what paint I'm using. There we go. And just pick it up and have fun and enjoy it. Yeah. You don't want things to get in the way. So both kind of, that might not be your idea colour set. I mean, I also have, because these ones outlines, I do also have some System 3 black, but mainly a lot of my darker colours are mixed from I mean, I've had bright orange before, just then I could mix ultramarine and orange to get a nice black, which I suppose is more obvious on something like this, where you can kind of still see the orange. At least you could if yeah, these are from years and years ago. These are 2011, and I've got a bunch of these on my wall. They're off for sale. Those are just on those canvas panels I'll talk about. I just bought A5. It's a nice size. I know some people would try and say to do to do square. But I think for beginners, square can be a bit indecisive. I mean, it's fine if you're doing like an abstract, I guess. Even my abstract panels. And I'll talk about these someday. These are just scrap bits of card from the prints that I do. So the prints are square, so I have to cut off the panel. And in theory, if you do a rectangle, you don't like part, you can crop it down to square. But I wouldn't recommend starting with square. Because it makes cropping hard. And that's the only reason. But you know, you get a more bold kind of feel. Anyway, I should stop waffling on. I've got other stuff to do today. Thanks for watching. No. I've got to put some initial shadows on. Silly me. Anyway, let's try that again. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.